Hey guys, Happy New Year's! A lot has happened the last course of a couple of years, and I have to give you the whole fucking revamp because I literally was recording for 15 fucking minutes and I wasn't recording. Basically, this is gonna be like a recap of what's happened the last 5, 6 years, really fucking quick because I'm gonna turn this channel into like a vlogging channel, and I just don't want to keep the bullshit. Basically, 5, 6 years ago, I moved out of Arkansas, took social media seriously, and got a lot of opportunities over the last couple of years because of social media. I got to go to Coachella for free. I got to go to Rolling Loud. I was on a TV show with Shakira, Nick Jonas, Liza Koshy. I've done a tour. I was on a show with Abby Lee Miller where I literally had to read a bitch through filth. I wasn't trying to be Karma, but she got what she deserved. Anyway, that was traumatizing in itself. She literally bullied me for 10 episodes back to back for absolutely no reason. What the fuck? Can I live? Can I fucking live? Moved out of Arkansas to start taking social media very seriously, and it took me a lot of places. I got to go to Savage X Fenty at least 4 or 5 times, met Rihanna. I was on multiple different TV shows, did multiple different jobs, did a lot of dance things. Shut the fuck up. Like, whenever I want to record, bitches want to get loud. I did a plethora of different things, which that is a whole nother fucking video. Regardless of that, every year that I was pushing myself to do more and not just sit in my funk and just like not do anything and get complacent, I was always doing something, but the economy was just getting worse and worse after the pandemic. Post-pandemic, quite literally, it was shit, and it still is shit, and I don't know. It's 2025 and Trump is president. A lot of things happened to me that like literally kept trying to keep me down. Like my roommate at the time, I was saving him from living with 16 people, but my deal was that we have to agree to live in this place for 2 years. I was like, we have to be in this place for 2 years because I don't want to have to move again in a year. 10 months into that 2 year long lease, he moves into a house with his mom that I let stay on our couch for 5 months for free, knowing that he would never do the same for my family. So it was a lot of people pleasing, a lot of like whatever the fuck. On top of that, I got a tour and then also got Abby Lee Miller's show like right after. I was just trying to leave everything like, chill with the roommate. He was still inviting me to like housewarming parties. I'm like, why the fuck would you invite me to the house where you're literally, can you not process what the fuck you're doing to me and my fucking cat? Basically, that TV show basically forced me to come forward with all of our trauma because I was never expecting to see him again. Like I said before, I like try to leave everything like chill, like, oh yeah, I love you from a distance because I don't want to be next to you, especially knowing what you just did to me after I literally did most of this to help save you from having to not live with 16 people, and you just saw a better opportunity 10 months into our 2 year long lease with the mom that let stay on our couch for 5 months, and then you just dipped. Okay. I ended up getting Abby Lee Miller's show, and it was like a last minute thing. It was a lot that happened. If you watch Madhouse, you know exactly what happened. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole separate video. Regardless of what I was doing, I was always holding myself accountable and making sure I was keeping myself motivated to keep going and keep going. There was so many financial things that were trying to stop me. I got into basically I did a year-long collaboration with this big brand who has so much money because they're sponsoring boxing events and music events and stuff like that. And Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats is all tied into it. And they were gearing a year-long contract campaign for Black influencers to put them in a better financial situation, but it literally did the exact fucking opposite. It was a year-long contract, and it took us 8 months to get paid for work that we had already did. And on top of that, it was a deal for $48,000. Guess what? And let's not forget, when you take out loans on your credit, you have late fees, and they don't wait. They just repossess all your shit. I lost my car. I lost my apartment. It was a lot of stuff. But after 8 months of not paying us, we released an article to the Washington Post. It went viral. Like, they paid us what we were owed, and then they finished out the contract. And the deal at the end was they were supposed to pay us our other $24,000 in stocks, but they didn't have a date for the merger. So they were like, we don't know when this merger is happening, but just know your money's coming. March hits of 2023, no word. We were hitting it up like, where's the money? Where's the money? We just trying to transfer these stocks into cash so that way we can get the money and we can bounce back, because you literally put 300 of us in debt if you didn't find a reason to eliminate other people's fucking contract. And still to this day, they have not paid me the other $24,000. Apparently they worded it so well in the contract that even though they voided their own fucking contract, they don't have to pay us. So I was flat out broke and had no fucking money. So trying to keep my mental space all together while like my outside is literally on fucking fire. I was never mean to anybody. I was always nice. I was always, like I said, keeping myself accountable and like making sure I always had moves going on and not just staying put and staying in my funk, because that would have been 3 times as worse. I guarantee you I would not be here. And I had to move again because of the roommate situation. I had just moved in. All that shit that happened on Madhouse. I was in that place for about 8 months before I had to move again, because even though there's all these places in California telling myself, oh yeah, we're hiring, they were not fucking hiring. They were fucking lying. That's what the fuck they were doing. I was applying to jobs for 8 months, eating away at my fucking influencer savings that I had worked hard for fucking years in order to stay in California because it was the best place for me financially and opportunity wise. And it was just eating away at my bank account. I was literally started doing small jobs on the side in order to like make bank, you know, like do something with myself. Like I still have to pay rent. And when that savings was gone, I still had to pay rent, bruh. So basically 8 months into living into that place, nothing changed. People were all seeing the glitz and the glam, and they were like, oh my god, you must be having the best time, the best life in LA. Bitch, I'm broke and stressed, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Like, I'm trying to hold it all together, but I'm quite literally losing my shit. I had to move out of that place, and I did a couple more jobs that were supposed to be big jobs, but they were paying absolutely fucking shit, and still could not find a normal 9 to 5 because the places kept saying they were hiring and posting every 3 minutes on Indeed, but they were not actually hiring. And what's fucked up is that I'm overqualified for a lot of these fucking jobs, yet can't get a fucking job. I tried to be strategic with everything that I was doing with the money. Like, I had just did this TV show with Abby Lee. The hype is still going up, so I make sure I'm keeping my socials intact while also like trying to figure out my financial situation to where I'm not like GoFundMe begging people for fucking money type shit. You know, like that's the bottom of the barrel. Like, oh bitch, we're about to hit rock fucking bottom. Like, could not find a fucking job. I got that surprise check for like $10,000. I was trying to be strategic with the money that I got from the check. So I invested it back into getting camera equipment for my videography and photography. Also invested in my clothing brand and getting samples and stuff like that. And also invested in my dance side and rented studio spaces and paying dancers and trying to do projects and buying new lenses to film the projects. Like everything that I've been doing for the last 6 years has all been by myself, on my own. The people I have collected by myself, on my own, only because of how of a person I am, you know, type shit. I'm a people person, so it pays off sometimes, but it does not pay the fucking bills. So 2025, we're not going into 2025 with this energy of, oh, let me cater to you, bitch. If you were not here for me when I was broke and screaming, I don't want to hear anything. Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for and get the fuck away from me. I am super grateful for all of my friends who believed in me enough to at least pull up to one session, a couple of sessions, because it would have been hell just literally sitting in that studio dance-wise and trying to dance around in my own head. So by having other bodies to see the choreography on just made me feel more firm. Made me feel more secure in what the fuck I was doing and made me feel like I was on the right path, because especially after the Abby Lee Miller show, it felt like everything was like happening so fast. Like the things that just happened with my roommate was so fresh. It was literally a month fresh and we had left everything cordial. Then the show happened and then I stopped talking to him. I blocked him on everything. And then there was all this other side shit. But like it basically put me into my revenge era where I was still trying to get money, fuck bitches. But like also there's no money and I can't focus on bitches. Okay, like the fuck. And I need to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna live, because not only did I go throughout this last 5-6 years alone, I just adopted a cat from the streets of LA, downtown LA. His name is Jasper, like I said before, and he's gonna eat before I do. So like, yeah. So basically it sent me into my revenge era and then also a growth mindset era, because I was like, I really cannot be the same person that I was before and like trying to cater to everybody else, because I literally seriously need help and I'm trying to make all of this make sense and be calm and be real and be nice to people, but I'm literally losing my fucking mind. Basically, moved into a new place, 2024. I was in my old place post Madhouse till August of 2024 of this year, and I did a lot of big jobs that I'm telling you, the glitz and the glam is cute, bitch, but they do not pay the fucking bills. They do not pay the fucking bills. I wish they did, because I would not be back where I am right now, which we'll get to that. Okay, basically, I basically took that $10,000 check. I spent $5,000 on reinvested in all of my opportunities, dance, videography, photography, clothing brand samples, etc., etc. And I used the other 5K to move into another apartment, which was a house with 5 other roommates. So every year I was casually getting more roommates. Tell me your life is going to shit without tell me your life is going to shit. I started off with just me. Then it was me and my roommate. Then he fucked me over. Then it was me, my roommate, and this other person, and then it was fucking 5 people in the house. So I moved 4 times in the last 6 years. I gave myself that last $5,000 to put down a security deposit and first month's rent and pay 2 months ahead of time, so that way I would have a place to lay my head while I still figure out this stuff in California, trying to like find a job and stuff like that, because I had been out of a job for like 8-9 months. And I was like, okay, yeah, the economy is getting better, and like I hope it wasn't. But I had hoped that, you know, like all of these places that we're talking about, we had just added 300,000 new jobs. I was hoping a bitch could get one, but, you know, lost my car because of the whole partnership with that fucking company. And they also scammed me out of $24,000, which I have still not seen to this fucking day. That really would have saved my life. But, you know, it's whatever. So no car, no job, no incoming money, but I'm still casually hustling to keep doing stuff and like not stay complacent. Let me make sure this is recorded. I'm keeping calm and making sure that I'm like still casually doing stuff, so that way I'm just like not just sitting in my funk, but actively doing something about it and not dying, which I was dying in private, but to the public they're like, oh my god, you're thriving. I cannot stress to you. I used 5,000 of it, as 5,000 of it to invest into everything that I was doing that I knew was gonna make me money. The camera was gonna make me money. The dance stuff was gonna make me money. The clothing brand was gonna make me money. So I was like, okay, now I got a new place to live. So now I have 2 months to figure it out. I did a big job with a very big celebrity, and the pay was fucking shit. The pay was shit. So that didn't work out. I took my last $1,200, shot a couple of projects before I left LA. I shot a couple of projects in LA that were my personal passion projects, and it was like everything was filmed, edited, choreographed, everything creative directed by fucking me, nobody fucking else, because I didn't have the money for it. But I was also helping other people like grow their brands and their own like aspects, and I was like, oh, I can turn this into money. Didn't want to do that at the time because I just want to help people to help people. I'm not trying to become like some one of those Instagram people where it's like, do you always want to grow on Instagram, TikTok, or some other fucking platform? No, I wasn't trying to be that type of bitch. Basically, I went 2 months without a job. And I am out of money. I'm literally down to my $1,200 to my name. And I have a choice to either go homeless in the streets of California or come back to Arkansas, which is where I'm from, and try to recuperate. I didn't want my cat to go homeless, so I dead ass moved back home to Arkansas, which was like the last step for me. It was like the saddest step. It was kind of fucked up. Me and my siblings growing up had a lot of drama. It just felt like the house was always packed. We always had cousins coming in, like dropping off their kids on our grandma. We were babysitting all the time. We never really had time to live a proper life here, but we enjoyed our time together. Like, I'm thankful for all the time that I spent with my siblings and my family and stuff like that. So like coming back home was like the last fucking straw for me. I was like, bitch, if we go back home, we might get stuck because minimum wage out here is $7.25. And that's if they're hiring out here, because population is 1,500 or 15,000, one of the two. But basically, the population is so fucking small to where you can do that small town life where everybody knows your business and everybody knows everybody. I didn't fucking want that shit, but I'm here. So I took that $1,200 and I moved back home to Arkansas, and I've been here for the last 6 months. I worked at a McDonald's. That didn't work out because I didn't have enough hours. I worked at a Wendy's, and my managers were fucking racist, so I absolutely left. And I just got through filming another show on another network for another thing that comes out later this year, which I don't even know when it's coming out, but it's coming out later on this year. So like, to the public, everybody thinks that I'm doing stuff. Like, I just posted all my wrap-ups, all my choreography wrap-ups, my year-long wrap-ups. Like, I did a lot. I got a lot done. Like, I got a partnership to go to Coachella for free. I've never been to Coachella. I've never been to concerts and stuff like that. So like, and then Rolling Loud, like that was also a paid partnership, and I went with Forever 21, and I thought Forever 21 was closing down stores, but apparently they're still in business, babe. Or is that Route 21? If you're from the South, you know there's Route 21 and then there's Forever 21. But anyway, regardless, I was able to check a lot of full circle moments off of my like bucket list before I moved back here to Arkansas, and it just really felt like rock bottom. Like, can't really do more than what I'm already doing. Like, quite literally right fucking now. So as of November 28th, I walked out of my job because I was in so much pain and my manager was being a complete racist fucking asshole. So I was like, I don't get paid enough to care about your feelings, your instruction, the customer, their fucking order, clean the bathrooms, deal with all the fucking attitudes, like management not respecting my availability, all that other shit. I was like, I don't get paid enough for this. So I left. And then I went to LA for 2 weeks. And my problem with that job was like every time I let them know 3 weeks ahead of time, they had me scheduled on the days that I requested off. Like, tell me you don't give a fuck about what I have to say without telling me you don't give a fuck about what I have to say. Because if I took all the proper steps of communication to let you know that I'm not going to be here, I'm not going to be in town, I'm not going to be working on this fucking day, and you go out of your way to schedule me on that fucking day, one of the days that they had scheduled me for was December 8th. It's my birthday. I was scheduled for an 11-hour shift. I'm not fucking joking. An 11-hour shift. So not only did you think, oh, he must not have nothing to do on his fucking birthday, but you thought I wanted to see your ass for 11 hours straight on my birthday. So yeah, I quit that job, walked out, and then I had a 2-week long trip in LA, which I just did a whole bunch of productive stuff for my dance brand, for my clothing brand, all this other stuff, and like making connections, making friends, like also filmed for a TV show. So it was a very productive trip. One thing I have to hold myself accountable for is that like, or give myself grace for is that like, I always am in motion. I'm always keeping myself motivated. I always trust in me. Like, if I don't trust in anybody else, I trust in me. Okay? Since I've been back, I've been applying to jobs. Nobody's fucking hiring. Since I've been back from LA, I got back from LA like December 19th, and I've just been applying to jobs, calling places, not calling places, walking into places, and just enjoying Christmas and New Year's. Like, me and my family really never celebrated Christmas because we never had the money to celebrate Christmas. And then New Year's, I just celebrated at my brother's place. But it is now January 2nd of 2025. And I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm still casually keeping myself accountable and keeping things in motion, but I'm trying to open up all venues, all avenues to get the fuck out of this place in my life right now. So starting YouTube again was one of those things. So as you see in this video right now, this is my first YouTube video of 2025, and I'll be back to posting at least once a week. That's the goal, because I don't want to overload myself with too much shit and get even more depressed about my situation because it's not fixing itself. I have to get up and I have to be active, bitch. I'm going to get myself out of this fucking situation. Hopefully with the help of other fucking people, but yeah, no. When I moved out of California, I put all of my stuff that I worked hard for the last 5 years into a storage, so that way I could, like, if I ever decided to move back to LA, like, it would be there, or, because I was planning to move back to LA, so, like, I got that storage in hopes that, like, things would work out, I would be able to get a job and be able to move back. No, things have just been casually getting worse and worse and worse. And it's now January 2nd of 2025, and my storage bill was due yesterday. They went up in price and I can't afford it. So I'm about to lose 5 years of mementos, 5 years of PR packages, 5 years of clothes that I've collected. The storage was full. It's going to be fucking empty. And none of it is with me. I literally have nothing but the clothes on my fucking back, which is like 3 bags of clothes. Nothing. Just me and my cat in a dream. We have to do whatever we can in order to make money and survive and get the fuck out of the situation. So I'm starting YouTube. Yeah. Oh my god, you're starting YouTube for money? Yes, bitch. If the personality is going to get me a check, yes, the fuck. What the fuck? Like, is that even a fucking question? Oh, you're doing you. The passion's not gonna follow. You're following me for my personality. If you can help my financial situation, that should be a good break off in between. Especially in 2025, we have to get realistic. Like, everybody is doing everything in order to make fucking money. When I was living in LA, there was people working 80-hour weeks in order to just eat. Yeah, that's where I'm at this point in my life, and I'm being quite literally so honest about my entire situation, because there's literally nothing else that I can fucking lose except my fucking cat, and I refuse to let that happen. Here is Jasper. Here's my son. He's 2 years old. I got him in 2023, and I decided that there was something I needed to be doing for myself, and it was just like, I need somebody else in here growing with me, and not just me going through all these motions alone. Love you. But I decided to get him because I just, like, I need somebody in here with me. I don't need to be going through these emotions alone, because if so, I'm going to go fucking insane. And he actually gave me another purpose to keep trying, keep going, keep doing, you know, type thing. So, yeah, he's going to eat before I do. And, yeah, that's where we're at this point in time. So this is a major life update. If you guys want any kind of story times or anything that happened in the past, like, I don't have any of my fucking equipment, bruh. Like, I literally pawned my laptop in order to get the money to get the flight back to LA. Oh, from LA. So don't have that anymore. Can't edit on that. I'm literally filming this on a fucking iPad, and I'm gonna edit the fucking house down to make this feel like it wasn't shot on a fucking iPad, but it is. Happy New Year's. My life is going to shit. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing moving forward. I quite literally am still applying to jobs and stuff to this day. So you guys are just coming along for the journey. You're gonna see all of this unfold. And I've just like after years of just like being a people pleaser, I finally am at the point where I feel like people can't judge you for things that you need to do in order to survive. If they want to bring that shit up later, it's because they have the privilege to be nitpicky instead of focusing. Because I hate when people hyperfixate on things that say they don't care about. Like, ooh, like, we can get into that. That's a whole nother video. But basically, this is my major life update to all my friends and my family who have been supporting me and like stuff like that. Like, I'm super grateful, and I hope that this entire situation changes. And like, I am trying my hardest not to lose my shit and still be on this fucking earth. So, yeah, wish me luck. I don't have a car. I don't have a job. I don't have money. So that's where we're at. So if you want to support me on this journey, make sure you click subscribe. I promise things will be getting better. Because if I can't trust in anybody else, I trust in me. And this is not my forever situation. This is not my last step, bitch. I just hope something happens this year to help recuperate everything, you know? And I'm making steps in the background to make sure that the stuff that I'm doing is also going to make me money long term over time, so that way I'm not fully dependent on just the hope and a dream, you know, type shit. But yeah, that's basically it for this YouTube video. And yeah, I look forward to filming more YouTube videos for you. Sorry if I was a little stationary in this video. I just didn't want to do a lot of moving. I didn't want to do a lot of moving. This is mainly a talking video, more of a podcast type thing. Follow along on this journey. That's it. Yeah, I could literally go into depth about how many things have fucked me over. Like that fucking contract for $48,000 where I was only paid $24,000. I literally received 50% of the funds, but that was after 8 months of late fees. 8 months of late fees and not getting paid casually. Just what, like, there's so many things that went into the background, but people would just be like, oh, you could just always get a regular 9-to-5 job. Well, they're saying that they're hiring, but they're not. And I'm overqualified and underpaid. Anyway, I won't dive into all of that, but just know you'll be seeing a lot more YouTube videos from me if I have the non-depressive episodes. If I have the effort and energy to actually edit something together and get it posted, please support it, because it probably took a lot out of me to keep going, knowing that my situation out here is not the best. That's it. Bye, y'all.